Hey, this is Nfteve, and I'm here with Freakland Mamma. She's an Iranian-born artist who's now living in Italy, and I have her on to show your artwork. How are you doing today?
Hi Eve, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. So, how did you get this crazy name, Freakland Mamma?
That's a good expression. My name is Nilufar, but Freakland Mama is a name that I chose because Freakland is the name of my imaginary world that I started to create like 2 years ago. Um, it's a total intuitive, uh, you know, um, series of art pieces that I do like without any intention. So I let myself set myself free, and just express my feelings at the moment. And it really happened to me after 30. So, and it was in the time of the quarantine also. So I had a lot of time at home, and I was going through a process of like spiritual awakening. I was listening a lot to philosophers like Alan Watts, if you know him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. And I've been becoming to this idea of the word and the consciousness, and that we are all connected, and there's this divine energy, and I started to see synchronicities, and if I said that word right.
Synchronicities.
Yes, and it's really when I it happened to me, I started to draw intuitively. I used to do art since I was like very little, but the style and everything changed after that. It feels like I get connected to a source, and when I start drawing, there are a lot of creatures and stories that come to the paper, and I just see them. I add the details and the stories. So first, there were more black and white drawings that I used to do with uh, fine fine line pens, these pens, and on glossy paper, because it was very, the flow of the on the yes. So I could let myself really, free. There was nothing to stop me, but to just make that connection, because I really feel that there is something coming that maybe is not just from me, it's from the great energy that's surrounding all of us, and we are that energy. So I I started to create this universe, this world that I call Freakland, and it's never ending. It's never ending. I had like different maybe styles of manifesting it. Sometimes, I mean, the shape of the lines, or the shapes maybe changes a lot. It's transforming a lot. I think it's because I'm also uh, I'm going on a journey with them. They show themselves in different ways. But yeah, it's all. So I have like different collections now since then. Before that, I don't want to consider my art before that even, because it was a really great shift for me, because I found my own style, which I couldn't see, uh, like if it's a copy or representation, reinterpretation of others' art. It was something completely coming from my heart. So they are really, each one piece is really valuable to me. Like, I don't like to give my originals, it's
Oh,
very
yeah.
hard.
Oh, nice.
My babies, and I want to hold them. But yeah, I started to put them on NFTs. Actually, I got introduced to NFTs few months back, like maybe 9, 10 months ago. But I was in Iran then because of the COVID. So because now I'm studying in Italy, I'm studying my master's degree in sustainable architecture and landscape design. And here, um, it's easier for me because I'm Iranian and we had these limitations for the banking system. So it was easier for me to come here and consider how I can, manage OpenSea, the NFTs. So I'm learning. It really got me some time to push myself to go to the NFT world. So
Yeah, well, I want to see one. I remember seeing like what caught my eye. It was something very colorful. There was a rug and it was like a genie. So yeah, share the screen. Let's start looking because I love your work. I love hearing about this because I've always done my work 100% intuitive and my work also has predicted the future. Like I even called it prophetic. Like I would draw something and then it would happen later, so I feel all artists are plugged into an invisible source because there's nothing and then we create something. Maybe the source isn't always positive, but like in your
we are all connected.
right.
Some of us just don't know that we are, but it's even if we don't see or feel it, actually, we are all. That's just something I think I do believe in it. So I'm gonna share my screen to give you some idea of my screen.
Yeah, I love your work. It's so beautiful. And
Thank
a lot
you.
of strong Iranian artists right now and always.
Yeah, it's really interesting to me how Iranians are, finding their ways into the NFT world. Um, we have some problem with OpenSea, I think.
Oh, so everybody smash the likes, hit the subscribe, put a comment, and then all of her links are going to be there below. So you can follow her on Twitter, you can buy her pieces and everything, all of her links will be there.
Okay. Do you want to try to see if you can open my collection? Maybe it's my problem. I don't know if it's my connection that's slow or OpenSea is a bit slow tonight. What do you think? Reset my page.
Is your Instagram open?
Yes, Instagram was open. Now I see.
They unloaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is a little bit harder to see the picture. Do you have any that are like full size? Oh, that's great. That's awesome. Oh my God. That's really good. The thing is, like, people are going to be watching it on their phone, so it's hard, it's better to have the bigger picture.
Yes, for sure. I think I'm gonna show you from my part now, then we go back to the OpenSea.
Yeah, even just from your computer.
Yes, it's messy. I'm not very, clean person in managing my files. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my first collection where it all started. I'm just gonna show you a few pieces because they're not all here. So yeah, it's better on OpenSea. But the idea behind this, okay, this is my collection called Freakland. So as I told you, these are all hand drawn and it's a scan. And I did them with fine art pen. And the process is in my Instagram, I guess. So you can see also the time lapse of how I did these pieces, how it started, and then I start intuitively and I draw them. The idea behind this collection is the yin and the yang. All my art is about actually how I see the world, because I believe that we are, one consciousness. And also the most important thing in my art is the yin and the yang, or the idea that everything has this dark side and the bright side, and that it's both fundamental for being, for life is like this. So you cannot ignore one side, or you just don't see, as Alan Watts said. Yes.
Oh, sorry, what were you saying about Alan Watts? Oh my God, that's beautiful.
This is each piece has a different name and stories. That one was manifesting the unseen. This is the mediator. And you can see something about my pieces is that everyone can see different characters, and many characters also, and many stories. And the eyes are also very important, because with the eyes I'm showing the characters, and I'm just also showing the expression and the feelings, because the eyes are the door to the inside, right? So that's how I show the feelings in my.
It's like the Wonder Woman pose. I mean, it's a yoga pose, but also looks like the Wonder Woman, the way she's dressed.
Yes, exactly. The warrior woman is the name of the piece. You can see that she is surrounded by this, this word, which is, somehow unknown, confusing, different creatures, everything like crazy, like the world we're living. And all of them are in black and white, and different people can see different things. Like you might see a bird here, then you can see also a veil that's coming out of the, of the sea, or you can see this crow here, like it's a kind of, you can see a lot. You can see like a monkey with different creatures. And I also see here, for example, this guy with this mustache in her hair. See, there are a lot of stories that you can. So I like the flexibility of the pieces, because I don't like to say everything. I like to see what people can see in the pieces. So everyone can also have their own interpretation. For example,
so sweet. Wait, I have to interrupt you for two things. One is everybody smash the likes and put a comment. Two, what's your price point for these on OpenSea? Because there are so many. I always want to buy everything. Like
these ones, I haven't put them for sale yet. I'm going to put them for sale soon, but I'm actually considering how should be the price points, because they are very precious to me, but I also want my collectors to feel like they are investing on something that which is valuable, and also can give them also the the reward back.
Yeah.
So I
incredible. These are masterpieces. Yeah. Wow.
This one is also precious to me, because it's the story of my cat. I had a black cat that we rescued with my husband last year during the quarantine, and after 20 days he died because he was sick. But it was a very really disaster for me. And this piece is showing him in the our board, which was black, and that surrounding him is all this, everything, like the crazy word can be. And in the sun, his soul is white. So this is also, you can see the yin and yang also here. But I was, because after he died, I really felt his energy. I really felt like he just, you know, transformed to some energy for sure. So I wanted to show that idea here.
That's really amazing.
I have a lot of pieces in this collection, but I haven't even yet had the time to scan all of them. Like this one is called "Here You Are, Here You Aren't," and it's inspired by a speech by Alan Watts also, that's talking about the life and, you know, everything. But you can see that it is very complicated one. I myself can sit for hours and see different
Oh, wow.
things.
Yeah.
Because you can see the in different scales, different characters.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
big,
zoom it in again. That looks really cool.
yes, and you can find short story, not small stories, because when I draw them, I see the stories and the connections between characters, and I try to create stories for them. But because they are not, I didn't have time to, you know, kind of sort them out, because I can really say that there might be hundreds of characters, for example, in
You know what would
only.
be a really cool idea? Sorry, I got to interrupt you again. You know what would be really amazing is like if you, I have like a whole recording thing. Like I record sometimes my dreams, my visions. Like I've written some books, and you can just record like the characters, like with your voice. And then you could keep that for yourself. You could make it a book. You could have it as an unlockable with the NFT. Like, can you imagine? Like,
Yeah.
you buy this NFT, and in the NFT, you get to hear as you're going along. Because I know as an artist, we're always like in the moment, right? So like things are happening, and then you could just be like, "Oh, I just found 2 horses' hoofs," you know, or whatever. That would be so cool.
Yes, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. Okay, is that I'm trying to show the self, you know. These are the different pieces. So I can go through one of them, for example, to say what is the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole idea, as I told you, is always this idea of the darkness and the brightness, and the wholeness. So this piece, for example, is called, let me make it bigger. It's called "I'm Not a Color." And you can see that in the woman's face, there are different colors that's representing the different people of the world with different, you know, ethnicities. And you can see it in the face of one woman, which shows the equality of.
Beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. What a beautiful story.
Yes, and her hat is purple because purple is the color of wisdom and is a spiritual awakening. So that idea that's, you know, and it's also on her hat. So it's showing when you become aware of that, you can see that we are all one. And I also wanted to show the elements of life, which are fire, earth, water, and wind here. So the light that goes through all of us, you know, that energy, that divine energy, you can see in her back. You can see the water in her hair, you know, the flow of the water, and, you know, the sky or the wind that's surrounding in her hat, and, you know, all these ideas. And the earth is her skin, you know, because our bodies are from the earth somehow. So that is one piece, for example, but each one is somehow having this whole idea, but in different
Like
manifestations.
this one that has the rug. This is the one that really attracted me. See the one it's called Overthinking Mind.
This is because this is me.
Yeah, I love this piece.
Somehow this is somehow,
I love the body and the rug and the perspective and the colors and the white space in the back. And
yes, this one is me, and I called it overthinker mind because it's what I'm trying to deal to control somehow, to the struggles. You know, I do a lot of, I'm a dreamer, and I'm also thinking about everything all the time. So it was somehow an expression of that, you know, the feeling. And you can see some of my stuff in the piece, like my ISO, and you know, everything. And you can see in her face that you can see different perspectives of faces. So this is only some of the pieces which I tried to.
oh my God.
This is a part of the Manifesting the Unseen piece from Freakland collection, and I colored it, you know, and I always
They're black and whites, and then you colored them in.
Yes, the paint. This was a hand-drawn piece. I scanned it, very high quality, and then I colored it again in Photoshop. So I changed the colors with different layers. Yes.
So let me just ask a technical question. Well, I'm gonna hang up. But so if you scan something, is that like you get a lot more detail and pixels than if you just photograph
Exactly.
it?
Yes. Because, for example, this piece was made in an A3 paper, the bigger one, you know, because it's a cut of that piece. And then I make pictures with camera, and so very close pictures. Then we attach them together, so it becomes high quality. And then I do something in Photoshop, you know, with the levels and the settings and everything. And then I add mask layers. This is something like Photoshop thing. And then I color them, or I add details, basically. But most of the times, the base of my work is hand-drawn because I feel more connected to paper. Yeah. And I like to have to take a vacuum, you know, laptop. But yes, now I'm doing like this.
All right. So thanks for coming. We're gonna end this interview. So everybody come to the next one. Also smash the likes, comment, subscribe, look at her links, follow her on Twitter. Wait, and then we got to see the one with the red eyes next time we come back on. That's so awesome.